Hi everyone. Today we're going to take a look at your Google Drive. I know that organization in Google Drive is quite tricky at times. And so I've tried to think about how I can help you with that. Google Drive is a very powerful tool. It can hold as many documents or videos or pictures as we need. It's completely free to use. The storage is unlimited. And so it's really important, if you don't quite have an idea yet how to use it, that you take some time with it. And I want to support you in that effort through, by showing you how, by showing you some things I do, by taking a look at it. So you can open up your Google Drive and follow along with me if you want. You're welcome to scratch a few notes if that helps you. And then I'd love questions, to see what else might be helpful. So for Google Drive, to get there, you can either go to drive.google.com or you can go to your email, let's just say, or Google or anything where you're signed in, and you've got your app squares. So you can just click there and look at all the choices that come up for you. So just click right there on Google Drive and watch. I'll do it here even though I'm in my Google Drive. You can still go to Google Drive from Google Drive. It's not tricky business. It's just reloading the page. Well, or reloading, a different page. So as you can see, in here, I've got some, projects I've been working on and all my other stuff that I keep backed up. So let's just take a little tour around Google Drive. So we'll start up here in the upper left-hand corner. So the new button is for when you want to either create a new folder, like if you're going to organize something, you would create a folder and you might call it, adding or running or whatever the topic is that you've chosen. Okay, and then do your file upload. You could upload a file. You'd upload a folder, and I've made some videos about uploading folders for you for when you're backing up your computer. You can go to Google Docs. You can go to Google Sheets. That's like spreadsheets. Google Slides. That's like a presentation. And then there's a whole bunch more things you can do. Google Forms, Google Drawings, Google Maps, Google Sites, and then some other educational sites, so Google Jamboard, Pear Deck. Then there's more. You can connect more apps to this, or you might find apps that you want connected that you can't get connected because, it's a .org site. But you can ask me, and I'll see if I can find it for you. All right, so those are the basic things that you can do within Google Drive, and kind of just at the beginning of this tour. But when you look at Google Drive, you're gonna look all the way down the left-hand side first. So, all right, so you got My Drive. So My Drive is anything that's in your drive. This means anything you created or someone shared with you and you clicked Add to My Drive. Then it's in your drive. See this here? This says My Drive. What's here and what's here are the same thing. All right, so sometimes there's confusion because sometimes people share something with you and you don't add it to your drive. That means it's not in your drive. If you didn't add it to your drive, it's not there. Okay, so if you want something in your drive, you either have to make it in your drive or you have to add it to your drive. And we'll see the Add Drive button, I'm sure, in our travels kind of through, Google Drive here. So anyway, this is My Drive. This is all the stuff I've created. Look, you can see my folders. Okay, all those are my folders. Some of my folders have, documents in them. I don't know if this one does. Yeah, this one has a document in it. Okay. Some of my folders might not have too much in them. My slideshows probably have pictures, I'm guessing. I haven't looked at them in a while, but see, I picked out pictures for like a slideshow, so I've got it organized in here, 2024 slideshow. I think that is intuitive. I think that makes sense. You make a folder, you name it what it's about, and then you put things in it that you're using for that topic. That's the same as what you're doing on your computer. And if you think about your computer as your drive, then that's kind of what you're going to be doing with your folders. Okay, I have a lot of folders here. Some of you might not have this many or need this many folders. And then just below my folders is when my documents start. My documents, my videos, my whatever. All of it starts here. Okay, and in this case, it is in alphabetical order, and it starts by number because the numbers they add first of the alphabetical order. See, then we go to A. You can sort this a whole bunch of ways. You can sort it by last modified by me, or last opened by me. If you click that, I'll just click it. Look, everything changes. It's not alphabetical anymore. Okay, it just goes to a completely different, well, maybe not completely different, I guess. Last modified by me. Let's see. Last opened by me. Let's try that. See if that changes anything. So sometimes you have to play with it a little bit to see what the impact is. The alphabetical is the one that it's really strong with. But I'll tell you this. I don't suggest thinking, okay, I know it begins with a B. I think it begins with a B. Okay, let's go find all my B's. Let's see my B. It's not in my B's. Okay, so it's probably not in your B's. All right, so when you want to search for something, don't just go hunting through your list of things here. That's going to give you a headache. You're going to get frustrated. You're going to think Google Drive doesn't work properly. And then you're going to throw your hands up in the air, and it's going to be really frustrating. All right, so I'm telling you now, don't go searching down through this list here of things. That's just going to frustrate you. All right. What you want to do instead is a couple of things. First, when you name a file or a folder in Google Drive, it's important that you name it something you can recall. All right? If it's about, I don't know, sheepdogs, call it sheepdog. All right? I mean, don't call it Australia, because you might not make that connection in the moment. And when you go to hunt for something in here, you don't want to spend hours hunting for something called sheepdogs, okay? And then it's actually called Australia, and you're like, oh, I knew I called that Australia. All right, so don't do it that way. Name it something that is very close to what it's actually about. All right, that's the one hint that I'm going to give you, because then when you're actually looking for something, you need to search in Drive. That's what you do. Search in Drive. Okay, and I'll give you an example. So let's see. Yeah, I have a bunch of things there. How about well, why not tech collection? Okay, because we are planning a tech collection, so we'll search that and see what comes up. Now let's look at what comes up. All right, let's look at what comes up. Tech collection, last modified at 9:18 a.m. Okay. That's probably the one I'm looking for. It's a recent document, so I could just click on that. Then I've got student tech collection. This is where I've organized the stuff for students. May 11th, that's the last time, about 10 days ago. Yeah, okay, I could, those two things are what I'm going to be working with. But then Google Drive seems to go a little astray. Dunton District Tech Goals. Really, Google Drive? Tech goals? Well, it found the word tech, so it's picking out stuff tech self-evaluation. Yeah, that's not quite collection. All right, so if you get lost kind of in all this stuff, integration bullying prevention efforts into emergency management, that's not tech collection. Okay? Self-evaluation, technology board report. So Google pulls things that it thinks might be helpful to you, but the rest of this is not going to be helpful. All right, so you are just going to want to pick tech collection. So really, one of the key things in using Google Drive is to know what you called something, is to remember what you named something, because that naming is what you're going to use when you go back to search. And let's just say, maybe I don't know that it's collection. Maybe I just think it's tech pickup. I don't know. Let me search tech pickup. All right, let's see if it comes up. See, it doesn't know that I want tech collection. And that I could become very frustrated about that. Right? Because tech collection, tech pickup, it's the same thing. But actually, Google Drive doesn't know that. So let's try this. I'm going to take pickup out. I know tech is in the title. I know it. But I can't remember what I called it. Pickup, collect, who knows. So, all right, let's search it and see. Oh, look at that. It comes right up at the top. So when you search in Google, less is actually more. Less is actually more. If you are really sure you know one word, okay, like if we use our sheepdog example, you're like, okay, you know you didn't call it Australia because we talked about that. Maybe you called it sheepdog, but you can't remember you called it sheepdog. So you know dog was in there. Search dog, see if it comes up. All right, and I'll tell you what. So when you go to search it, look at, you have this whole list of stuff that comes up, right? What I suggest, unless you're sure you see it in this list of whatever you need, and look, tech collection is not in that list. Let the list come up. Don't pick from this list, though, because this is not a comprehensive list. These are just suggestions that Google is giving you, trying to make your life easier, believe it or not. I know it doesn't make your life easier because you just want to pick it, but don't pick it if you're not sure it's what you want. All right? So do tech, and then let this come up. Don't click any, though, and just use this magnifying glass, okay? So click on that, and then look. It comes up right at the top. That is how you're going to get your best results searching in Google. All right? So stay tuned because we're going to do some more. I'm going to talk about how your drive is set up and try to help you navigate it a little better.